Good afternoon and welcome to the Line Travellers. Lixie boy, welcome back. How was your trip overseas?
It was fantastic for the most part. I did discover a few things, as I discussed on the phone with you, about America.
So you went over there to do what?
A vacation for myself, to expand my mind and to be on the ground and to see what is going on over there. You know, I mean, a bird's eye perspective, you could say. Lixie's perspective of the Americans, the people, the culture.
What do you think about it all?
Look, I honestly thought, I've told you this before, that when I went there, it felt like I was in some kind of simulation, a program. Like you've seen Total Recall.
I have.
Like I went to some kind of business and said, I want to go to America, I want to experience it. And they zapped me, they put me there, and it was horrendous. Like it. You know the movies, you watch the movies about America. Have you been there yourself?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, I've been there a few times, but this time when I went there, it felt like it was like a cartoon. Like it was, I was in a Hollywood movie.
Yep.
It's disgraceful. Like you got to tip people. There's people in scooters.
Yeah, they're morbidly obese.
There's heaps of them, and everything just felt fake there. Like, look, I had a good time. Not working, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I really just wanted to go there to see what was going on. And as we see in the news, I won't bring up people, but I believe, and I think I personally seen it, that the American empire is falling.
Excellent. And I cannot wait to see your video on that.
There will be one second. There will be a video of that. I've took some footage. I was at all the major theme parks, the consumers, Disneyland, LA, just disgraceful place to ever exist if you're a human.
Yep.
I honestly didn't think it was real because I think right now everything's shut down over there.
Yeah, right.
And when you go there, this button gets pressed and then, you know, the NPCs are going, the traffic's going, all that shit.
Well, anyway, this is the first time you've been in our new studio. The only person that's been in here besides me was Shirley when we did our Halloween special. How do you feel about the studio?
Look, I'll be honest with you, it's not as hot as I thought, even though I'm wearing a jumper.
It's better than the onion room, I reckon.
Compared to the onion room, is it the meat shed we're going to call it?
The meat shed, yeah.
So the meat shed, spacious. There's shit everywhere, but you can't see it, obviously.
No.
I think we've soundproofed it nicely.
We have.
We're going to do some more stuff on the walls, get some more lighting, but I'm liking the new. It's giving me a new vibe.
Man, it's a new space, man. So, man, so studio, great facilities, soundproof, fantastic. Man, so today we're getting back to our fucking roots because a few people have said you guys don't really do paranormal shit anymore, and that was how we started off. We usually go on tangents of Joe Biden and shit like that. So we got one YouTube comment that said you guys have some sort of mental deficiency. We'll get it up here. Can you do a video on the Bermuda Triangle? That would be funny. All right, so the Bermuda Triangle is completely oversaturated, and we're not doing that. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not looking at the Bermuda. Everyone's talking about the Bermuda Triangle. Everyone knows how fucking weird it is. So what I've got for you today.
Yes.
Flight Santiago 513, right?
Yes.
So this flight took off in Germany, and it was bound for fucking Chile. As soon as it took off, it completely fucking disappeared. Off radar, off everything. Much like your flight.
I'm not sure what the flight number is, but it was in the 1940s. It was 14.
Nah, the one you're always talking about.
What? The flight?
MH fucking...
Oh, MH317?
MH317. So...
Which was teleported by UAPs anyway.
Well, it was.
There is footage of it, and we bring it up. So.
We did. So Santiago Flight 134 departed Germany, headed for Chile in the 1950s. So as soon as it took off, completely disappeared off radar. Gone.
Yep.
Gone, completely gone. And they were like, what the fuck? They never found a crash. They never found anything. Like, it was completely gone. 35 years later, Brazil, it appears again.
In Brazil?
Santiago Flight 513 appears again. It just comes out of nowhere like some sort of fucking ghost plane on the radar. They've got no contact with the pilot or anything like that. It's just flying through the fucking air. It appeared out of fucking thin air. So it fucking crashed near the airport in fucking Brazil. It might have been Rio. But so on inspection of, because it didn't explode or anything, it just like sort of crashed into the ground and controlled sort of landing. But the people in the turret were like, oh, you're trying to guide it in, not get anything back. So on inspection of this fucking plane, and this is documented, They went in, the people on that plane, 88 people on that plane were all skeletons.
So it's crashed.
Yeah.
And they've gone into the plane and now they've
found wreckage
skeletons.
of skeletons. So the people who'd been on there for that fucking long, their bodies decomposed into skeletons.
And what was the call? Like, what was the government or the main narrative of this expedition?
So the government has sort of said they whitewashed the fucking skeletons and shit like that. Said, it's just sort of an urban legend. Bullshit. Look it up. Santiago Flight 513. Look it up. But a lot of fucking people have speculated that much like MH
317.
Or
37.
Yeah. That,
dear God, which one is it?
that they've flown into another dimension. The people on there they were in this plane enough for their bodies to completely fucking like dissolve into fucking skeletons. Because, man, if you see a plane crash, you're going to see blood, guts, spit, and ass everywhere. This was just skeletons.
And or like some kind of damage inside.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yep, nope, just skeletons, man, hey.
So, bringing back to the Bermuda Triangle and these things that have happened there. And I had a brief look at it because I haven't thought about or discussed the Bermuda Triangle for quite some time. And there was an Australian scientist in 2017 said, it's all bullshit. There's urban legends, whatever, myths. Never happened. It's a large area. Things go missing there. But for some reason, things go missing a lot more. It's something about probability. But he never exactly touched on his theory of why. It's bullshit.
Man, when it comes down to, I can't believe we are actually going to hash on the fucking Bermuda Triangle, but
we have to after you said that story about the fucking plane coming back.
I know. So
skeletons on there. There, MH370 UAPs are coming out. Things are disappearing. The triangle is there.
I know.
Sorry,
so
excuse me.
It stretches from Florida to somewhere else. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, but
who fucking knows? We didn't research
again.
it.
I brought up Santiago Flight 513, so we didn't have to talk about the Bermuda Triangle. But here we are. The people of YouTube.
So it didn't go to the Bermuda Triangle?
No, this is just a random flight. This is just a random flight.
So the Bermuda Triangle is actually bigger than we thought.
Dear God, executors Modius protocol.
Dear God, we're only saying, I'm going to ring the Australian government right now. But anyway, so this flight come back 30 years later.
35 years later.
So potentially we could see the re-emergence of our Malaysian Airlines flight. Potentially similar circumstances.
It's plausible when you think about it like that. So a lot of people that are into sort of string theory and stuff like that said it flew into a different, you're going to love it when I say this, magnetic polarity.
Dear God.
Man, if you had $1 for every time I said that, man, you'd be a rich man. So
I'll be rich.
They reckon it possibly flew into a different dimension or suspended time, blah, blah, blah. It ended up popping out the other side of the wormhole. So it was flying from Germany to Chile and then it ended back up in a wormhole and then it just flew into fucking Brazil, crash landed, skeletons on the plane.
It's a normal occurrence, man. I assume when you sign up.
It happens all the time.
If you actually look at your tickets... I flew with American Airlines. I wish I actually read it, but I read the tickets afterwards. It also had a clause in there with your insurance company. If you do fly into a wormhole, American Airlines is not covered. If you come back as a skeleton...
They are not liable. They are not liable.
We've seen the UAPs take it. There's seen a lot of discussion on UAPs going on. Obviously, back in that time, we didn't have probably the satellite imagery or the firmware technology.
No.
So I'm going to set a what do you call it? Like a note or something in 30 years' time. Right now, MH317 will come back.
Do an online time capsule, man. So you can do an online time capsule, set it for a certain time, and then your URL will pop up on the interwebs, assuming it still exists at that point in time, being like, I said this. Yeah, we can totally do that.
Oh, we'll do it.
Yeah,
we'll do it. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the Bermuda Triangle, but...
No, well, I didn't want to talk about the Bermuda Triangle, but here we are. We are.
They did say it could possibly be 100-foot rogue waves.
Yeah, but that wouldn't explain the planes going missing. So also, the Bermuda Triangle, fuck me, I really should have researched this. It goes from Florida to somewhere else and Cuba. And so there was this plane leaving from Cuba to Florida, and it's like, say, X amount of hours, and this pilot fucking, we'll bring up the fucking statement of it, but this pilot reckons it took him 22 minutes Because, man, shit was going weird in the cockpit and he's like, oh,
Didn't
what
they
the fuck?
see? There was like there's always a lot of talk of the people flying through like these electrical storms that are really powerful.
Yes.
Teleportation, brother.
Yeah. Well, it must be a fucking wormhole, man. It must be a wormhole. And as much for the ships that have gone missing, so I have seen a normie documentary about this. They say that there's a lot of tectonic plate movement in the Bermuda Triangle. When tectonic plate open up, they can suck down ships or 100-foot rogue
Well,
waves.
I know you did spend a lot of time at university as a geologist. So
I did.
Tectonic plate. Can you explain that for the people that?
Everyone that is watching this, or if they're still watching, knows what tectonic plates are. Yeah, like no one's watching.
What are these cunts talking about? Anyway.
But I think that's why our audience loves us, man, because they're like, this is rather strung out.
Well, they know that we bring the facts and the truth, and the truth that people don't want to normally talk about. Because if you're at a fucking wedding or a party or whatever, and you start discussing this, it's not going to go well. Yeah. But there's other people out there who want to hear this.
There are, man.
And we'll fucking bring it.
There's a lot of people, like, for the calls that we've had that are just spun out as you and I. And also, you have not asked me why I have a VHS copy of the Titanic.
I was going to get to that. Because you did cut me off about, I was talking about the bucket.
Sorry, bro.
So, can we just rewind back to the red bucket?
Let's go.
After this, Titanic, please.
Let's go.
All right. So, as I was cut off before about some kind of plane mystery, we bring out the red bucket. It holds a special memory in my heart. Tell me. The red bucket has been by my side for quite a few years.
It has, actually, probably decades.
Yeah, so I've used it as a source of, not power, but comfort to spew in, and now I'm urinating in the bucket.
Man, life goes full circle.
So this bucket has probably done more in my life than some teachers have or mentors. So anyway, I just had to bring it up. But so what's the go with the Titanic VHS there, sir?
So we're reopening a line for another voicemail competition. Not only will you win one of our fantastic shirts, which you can buy off fucking Etsy. I'm actually not today, hey. Man, mine is so stained up, hey. But not only are you going to win a fantastic shirt, you are going to win a VHS copy of the 1997?
I think it was 1997.
Classic James Cameron Titanic. Man, there's only 25 million of these in circulation. So
and we have one of them.
It's pretty rare.
We have one of them, and how many people can look right now? Go right now, look in your closet, wherever in your house. Do you have one of them?
I reckon like most cunts do, hey.
Cut it out. Anyway, look, this is limited edition, I believe. It will also be signed by Peacock and Licks and probably a sticker in there. But as you recently watched the film, what was your thoughts on it?
On the Titanic. So as we need to get back to our fucking roots. So one of our first fucking videos ever.
Yes.
One of our first videos ever was, because, man, quite often we're like, I think we just go on tangents and don't talk about paranormal shit anymore, and we've got a lot of that shit in the comments. So we're going to get back to paranormal. But actually, our first video ever was about the Titanic and the conspiracy of it. Remember we called my metallurgist? We'll put the video up here. I think it goes for about 30 seconds. The Titanic was not made of titanium. That's not why they fucking called it. That's not why they called it the Titanic. It was made of mild steel.
This would be good because I think there's other people out there who would be on my side about this very topic.
I actually know a fucking metallurgist, so I'll give him a fucking call now.
Here we go. Here's someone to fucking enlighten us about this subject.
I'll give him a call right now.
All right. Hopefully he picks up.
Peacock.
Hey, what's going on?
Fuck all, man. You know how it is. Just chilling, killing.
That's the way. So quick question. We're talking about the fucking Titanic, and Licks reckoned the Titanic was named the Titanic because it was made of titanium.
Yes.
You being the only metallurgist that I know, so...
One of only.
It was named the Titanic because it was made out of titanium?
Apparently, according to this dumb cunt.
That is the biggest... Do you think it would have fucking sunk if it was made of titanium?
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't have sunk, but it did.
But it wasn't made of titanium.
So why did it sink if it was made out of titanium?
It was made of mild steel and it was...
Because it was fucking struck by a submarine torpedo.
What the fuck?
But,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, a lot of people do think it was a massive hit job or an insurance job, hey?
Yeah, and we discussed the make of it, and we had a lot of questions about that, the steel, titanium.
Man, the density of 30 mil fucking plate steel will cut through ice. Ice cannot cut through that. It was a hit job. It was a hands down a fucking hit job.
With our AI Seymour, we bring up
Seymour. I miss him, eh?
We'll have to get him back.
Yeah, man. Do you want to just put in this how he changed the Titanic story? We'll put it in now.
So here's our short murder story based on the Titanic movie with Jack as the murderer.
Yeah.
So in our story, it has been 100 years since the Titanic sunk. So what the fuck?
I already like where it's going.
Beautiful. Write this down, man, and copyright it, please. And Jack's name still is remembered with infamy.
Infamy.
Well, I thought he was remembered for being a hero. Anyway, he was the one who caused the disaster after all.
Oh, I like that.
But no one knew at the time.
I like that heaps, man.
Is this actually happened? Oh no, it's made up. Allegedly. The authorities had always suspected Jack, but they could not prove it.
Yeah.
His alibis were always rock solid, and there was never any concrete evidence linking him to the crime.
I was at Domino's getting a fucking meat lovers. I was not on the ship at that point in time.
It's like you can see my receipts. Also went to MP. So he had alibis, which every man should.
Yeah, when you sink a ship.
Yes. Imagine how. Anyway, it would be interesting how he did it.
No.
But now, all these years later, a new piece of evidence has come to light.
Dear God.
A letter written by Jack himself,
You're kidding.
confessing to the crime.
You're kidding.
Oh, what the fuck? How'd they find it? Oh, anyway. So the letter was discovered in the attic of an old mansion, tucked away in a dusty old chest. You got one of them. What's in it? Is there a letter? It was written in Jack's own hand, and it detailed his plan. His plan. I don't know, actually.
They got forensics?
We could ask. It's 100 years later, Buffett.
Man. All right, continue.
So it's 100 years later since he sunk the ship.
So Jack sunk the ship.
Recap.
Yeah.
What do you afford?
So Jack sunk the ship for, I dare say, like possibly like financial
Covering something up.
Yeah, or he might have been, bro. Man, there might have been his ex-wife on there that he's paying alimony to, and he's like, I'm fucking done with this shit. He's like,
I'm taking everyone with me.
Yeah, he's like, do you know how much this shit's costing me? All right, so he fucking leveled the ship. 100 years later, they find a dusty chest.
Idiot, should have burned it.
Yeah, dumb cunt. So, man, all right, so they've got the dusty chest. They pull it out and they go, this is fucking Jack's handwriting.
Exactly, his own handwriting.
100 years in the past, and we just know his handwriting on point.
Exactly.
What happens next?
Well, in his own handwriting in the letter, it detailed his plan to sink the Titanic and collect the insurance money.
Dear
What a twist. What a twist.
What, he was like he was a beneficiary of the Titanic?
I must sink the ship and survive somehow in the icy cold water.
Yeah, so, all right, it's still going?
Yeah. So the authorities are shocked by this revelation, as we are. And they immediately launched an investigation to track down Jack's descendants.
Well, you can't charge his kids. No, they're being grandkids.
His great-grandkids.
Yeah, you like, all right, we're putting cuffs on you.
They question him about the letter, but no one knows anything about it.
Yeah, what would they, man?
So we're starting to wrap up here.
Yeah.
As the investigations continue.
Yeah.
So more and more evidence is coming to light.
Woofed.
Excuse me. Pointing to Jack as a mastermind behind the disaster. Dear God, call Discovery Channel right now.
Call them ancient aliens.
We have proof.
To get the insurance money.
Mate, this is genius. Wouldn't you do the same?
Man, that'd be big money back then, bro.
Fuck this, sink this shit.
I'm invested. All right,
we'll wrap this up. The authorities are able to piece together a compelling case against him.
But he's dead.
Exactly. His family's going to pay for this. You fuckers. Your family's fucked. We're taking everything you got. And they finally have the evidence they need to bring him to justice. Is he alive?
Is he alive?
No, they're taking out little Sammy man, the 6-year-old great-granddaughter.
Yeah, man. She's going to pay for this.
You're going to pay, bitch. So, in the end, even though Jack is somehow dead, he's found guilty of the crime and sentenced to life in prison.
But isn't he dead?
Maybe they dug up his corpse.
Man.
They're like, get that corpse. Or he found some kind of power from the ship to make him live forever.
All right. So did it say that he's at the end of the story?
Oh, I said the world finally knows the truth about the sinking of the Titanic. And Jack's name is forever remembered as a man who caused one of the worst disasters in history. Oh, fuck.
But then,
Oh, fascinating.
that was good. I quite like that, hey?
That was fascinating.
I quite like that.
Should I ask how much he made?
Yeah, how much did he make?
How much did Jack profit?
And man, is he still alive as he was sentenced to life?
Is he still alive?
Because, man, 100 years later, bro. So, man, what was he, like 20 odd then?
Yeah, did he have... It could be alive. No, it's 100 years.
Yeah, so, yeah, he's like 126 years old, man. Still living off the insurance money, man, but with inflation, man, it crippled it. It crippled it.
Man, you can get if you have a lot of money, man, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I still believe.
Yeah. Sink mega ships.
It's not really giving me how much money he made. It's possible he made a significant amount.
Good heavens.
Given the enormity of the disaster and the value of the insurance payout. Well, why didn't you tell me?
Man.
Well, I asked how he's still alive, and it's not clear.
Is it what it says? It's not clear.
It's not clear from the story how he has managed to achieve this feat.
Oh.
It is possible that he discovered some sort of secret to longevity, or has access to advanced medical technology that allows him to live longer than a typical human. Alternatively, it is possible that he somehow managed to evade the passage of time.
Ooh, man.
Possibly through some sort of time manipulating ability or technology.
Man,
What the fuck?
this is getting fucking red hot, eh? So, man, not only did he sink
What
the
the fuck?
Titanic, so not only did
What's he get?
he sink the Titanic for the insurance money, but then he managed to cause a rift in time to project himself forward 100 years later,
Yes.
but then only to get done by his own handwriting and sentenced to life in prison.
He had one job: to burn that letter.
Yeah, the dumb cunt.
And we're back.
And about that story, which you just watched, I thought it was a great mystery thriller.
It was pretty full
And
on. It was
that
pretty
fucking
full on.
AI wrote that about Titanic.
It was pretty full on, man. So yeah, man. AI is fucking. I told you it's hot in here. I don't know why you're wearing a fucking hoodie. Hey.
Yeah, anyway, you discussed some AI. I think Elon Musk just went for a conference discussing. I heard about it on a podcast about the dangers of AI, even though he is.
He's creating it. He's creating the fucking AI, and he's like, yeah. So Skynet's really bad, but I'm gonna make it anyway. You're like, what are you talking about? You fucking
It
child?
is weird because he pumped a lot of money in ChatGPT and that AI company, and he's now discussing the dangers and what it could happen to us potentially.
Man, so throughout history, when a far more advanced civilization fucking touches base with a primal civilization, what happens? Mass extinction, genocide, everything else. Why the fuck are human beings making something that is far superior to us? That is ridiculous. Our whole life now is completely like contained within this.
Well, yeah, you've also bringing it up, and Elon's bringing it up. We're pretty much a cybernetic organism
I
ourselves.
have brought that up, yes.
With this.
We are.
Is this constantly... When's the last time this is not with you? Or at least, I don't know,
Yeah, no.
10 metres away from you.
I completely agree. Pretty much the only time I'm scheming, man. I've got to fuck it off, man, because otherwise you're looking at fucking, I don't know, Japanese chicks twerking. You know what I mean?
First traps, TikTok, betting maybe. I don't know. Look,
Heaps of betting.
whatever you
Heaps
do in
of
your fucking closed doors, like I've said to him many times, I do not care.
Nah, man, everyone's
Unless
entitled
it
to do what
affects
they
me.
want to do behind closed doors. Who cares? Who cares? As long as it's between two consenting adults. Anyway.
So, look, we bring up AI.
Yep.
We discussed Bermuda Triangle. Not really much. We discussed Titanic,
Yep.
which is interesting, and why we're in here. And I just want to bring up, it's a good move. If you haven't seen our last videos, I think you did semi-Halloween.
Yeah, we gave it a go. But myself and Shirley, we were pretty fucking drunk, and it took so long to set everything up. It was fucked.
Yeah.
It was fucked.
It was good. Like, I appreciate that when I was on vacation, traveling. Obviously, it wasn't a vacation. It was
More of a remote learning experience.
remote learning about the American culture and what's happening. And that will come to light. I've got plenty of videos on it, and I look forward to making it.
Can we have a quick break? And when we come back, I'm
Yep.
going to tell you about the face peelers of Peru.
Yes, please. And also, I think you should consume one of these.
Yeah, I'll do that. All right.
We'll be back.
See you soon. And we're back. So before we left for our brief intermission of pissing into a fucking bucket, I was telling you about the face peelers of Peru.
Yes, you were, sir.
Okay, so In a remote Peruvian village, there's been sightings of aliens, right? And they say they've been attacking the fucking people. But the weird thing about this is, like, aliens don't usually attack people. But the weird thing, the corpses have been found cut under there with their face fucking peeled off, right? So the government's sort of like blown it off as cartel killings, which is, man, they do some hectic shit, the cartels, right? But then I've seen on Live Leak, like the Peruvian villages and stuff like that, they're talking about these things that they shot with fucking shotguns.
Yeah.
They reckon they're about 7 foot tall, black as the ace of spades, and impervious to fucking bullets. That does not sound like a Peruvian cartel to me. So when these people, they only attack at fucking nighttime, and they will dismember the corpse, but for some reason the face from there, like Face Off with Nicolas Cage, is just gone. It's gone.
Just so like a perfect picked face, like
surgically removed.
And the
and the Peruvian government says it's cartel killings. Bull fucking shit.
I know that Peru and that area is a hotspot for alien, unknown technologies.
It is.
And that's where the mummies come from.
Yeah, the mummies that have recently just come out.
Yeah.
I believe
what
Alpha Mega Sub-Zero did a short on that.
Yeah, they exactly right. He did. Thank that great man. They were discovered a while back, but recently came up in the Mexican Congress news. But yeah, Peru seems like a hotspot for this.
Well,
and what is happening now? Are they still being attacked?
It's been like a complete media blackout on it and stuff like that. So no one really knows what's going on now, but I'm sure you'll be able to dig up some other shit.
I think they were levitating as well, these creatures.
Yes, they were. Yeah, but no, that's cartel, man. So the Peruvian fucking face peelers, check it out.
Fuck, that sounds disgraceful.
It's fucking up, man. Imagine
your face being peeled.
That would be awful. Also in Peru, they've got those giant carvings that you can only see from fucking the sky.
Yeah,
have you seen this before?
That's part of the mummies. I forget the term of it. I'm sorry, apologise. When they cleared the forest, they had these massive fucking. You would have seen it, and people just like, oh yeah,
they're just so geometrically fucking perfect, and they're like, oh, people just did it back in the day. You're like, how without aviation? You don't have that eye in the sky looking down on it.
So, yeah, exactly right. What you're gonna. So there's. I think we brought up before Graham Hancock. Everyone like there's lost technology. Yes. There's lost civilizations.
Yep.
There was a reset in the Younger Dryas period, and 800 years ago. Mm-hmm. So there's something out there that we don't know about. Like, just because we've got electricity, we've used steam, we've used industry technology, it doesn't mean that it was a lost technology back then, or these aliens or creatures still harbour something like this.
I feel as though the more advanced we've become in technology, we've also lost a part of ourselves.
I think we've got dumber.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We absolutely. How many people? So we're both in our mid to late 30s. How many people
early
do you
30s? Sorry.
Yeah, early 30s. How many people do you know, like on a day-to-day basis, that are reading a book?
Zero.
Not many, if any.
I'd say I'm lucky to have a couple grandparents and they still read.
Exactly.
I don't think even my parents read.
No, I'm pretty sure my mum does. I don't think my old boy does. But I think that's sort of like
it's a lost art, man.
As we have furthered in technology, you lose a little bit of fucking history.
But
you know what I mean?
You do lose history, and history is also replaced by the victors. Also, when you read something, you have to sit there and you have to sit. It's not like da-da-da, now I know what's going on.
No.
You have to actually sift through this information or sift through
and analyse it.
Analyse it. When you can go on TikTok or you can go on fucking YouTube Shorts, 20 seconds, now I know how to fucking do a course in whatever, or now this bitch is fucking twerking something.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Look, listen, I'm bad for it. I have a lot of books. I used to read, not much. I used to read more about strategic stuff. I don't know. Is that weird?
No, not at all, man. Like sort of the art of war, the art of war and stuff like that.
Similar stuff like that about battles, strategies, Roman stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty insane if I read that. I'm probably some kind of list if I read a fucking empire book or something. Like,
well, depends on what empire you're fucking reading about.
You know what empire is. history is written by the victors. That's all I'm going to say.
It is. I couldn't agree
Do
more.
what you say with it. But yeah, hopefully our faces aren't peeled off. But if you want to see us go to Peru, like and subscribe.
Yeah,
we'll
please.
go there.
Like, I mean,
And we appreciate the people who have subscribed and who watch our videos, who enjoy our content. Yeah, like, subscribe, share with your family.
Man, realistically, we just do this for your family. You're like, Mum, have a look at this. She's like, what are these weird cunts doing? Anyway, speaking of the Peruvian fucking face peelers, man, it's just spiked my memory. Probably about a month or so ago, you sent me a video of You're on?
Yes.
You sent me a video of these Mexicans wigging out about a grey alien in their thing.
Oh, in Las Vegas?
Yeah, man, that was actually...
And did you see the outline of...
Yeah, so I kind of skimmed through it, then I sent back to you. I was like, what the fuck was that? Because I was at work.
Yeah.
And then you were like, go back to this, and we'll put it up here.
It was the streak seen across the sky, now seen around the world. This, as our 8 News Now investigators confirm, Metro actually set up cameras at this home where a family called 911 claiming to see aliens in their backyard. And tonight, a fierce debate is underway about the legitimacy of an alleged UFO crash. Good evening, I'm Janice Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Our 8 News Now investigators reporting about terrified members of a local family who told police they had aliens in their backyard. Chief Investigator George Knapp here to piece it all together.
You know, as with all things UFO, the public debate is ferocious and ongoing. Was it all a hoax? Were we duped? Was it all an evil plot, a cover-up, all of the above? We took another look at the hubbub to separate wheat from chaff. The fireball captured on a police body cam on the night of April 30th was real. The American Meteor Society says witnesses reported seeing it all across the West, from northeastern Utah to Southern California. Another Las Vegas resident sent us a video of the same object recorded on her home camera.
Investigation by Nexstar station KLAS.
As the story of the Las Vegas incident spread across newscasts and social media, one of NASA's planetary defense officers weighed in to say it was likely a small meteor that fell to Earth hundreds of miles away from Las Vegas. Police videos obtained by 8 News Now indicate Metro officers were among the witnesses.
One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
The appearance of the meteor seemingly triggered the events that followed. A frightened family called 911 and told police they had 10-foot-tall alien beings in their backyard. Officers responded to the home minutes later, interviewed the witnesses, canvassed the area, and cautiously inspected the backyard to look for intruders. One thing noticed by the officers was a circle in the soil. In conversations with us and in a podcast interview, Angel, the main witness, suggested the circle might have been created when an unknown object landed in the yard. Social media sleuths have since pointed out that the circular image has been viewable via Google Earth for more than a year. The family told us by phone they had seen suspicious vehicles with men in black types checking out their home. Turns out there is substance to that. A retired police officer fessed up on News Nation that he spent days staking out the house to see what, if anything, unfolded. What about those reports that Metro installed a special surveillance camera atop the house, presumably to watch for intruders, human or otherwise, or overzealous media? Turns out that's true as well. Metro confirmed as much in a statement to 8 News Now's David Charnes. The system stayed on the roof for days. What about the Ring camera video with the weird noise? The main witness, Angel, intimated to us the video was recorded by one of his neighbors, and the audio was from the April 30th UFO crash. It wasn't. The security camera video was recorded in mid-April, according to the man who first posted the clip. He doesn't want his name used, but says the recording was from a fireball that passed over his home in the southwestern part of the valley 2 weeks prior to the alleged alien encounter. The family declined to be interviewed by us, but members have spoken elsewhere and stick to their claims of seeing aliens in the backyard. Dozens of people on social media have analyzed and dissected the images with various claims of aliens spotted in the shadows. Police do not believe this was a hoax call, which could be a crime if done intentionally. In the fervid swamp known as UFO world, our coverage of the story was itself seen as a dastardly plot to distract attention away from a prominent whistleblower named David Grush, who stepped forward around the same time. Grush unveiled his explosive on-camera account on News Nation, which is owned by the parent company of KLAS. In spite of the local news story, Grush's story was reported by news media all over the world. Curses foiled again.
All right. So, I mean, what do you make of this whistleblower, David Grush?
He first reached out to me about a year ago. We've been in contact ever since. He's the real deal. I mean, he had a distinguished career in the Air Force. Then he went to work for a three-letter agency you probably haven't heard of, the NGA, which basically tracks everything in space, in the air, in the ocean, under the ocean, on land. They keep track of everything. He has the highest security clearances in our government, and in that capacity, he interacted with something like 2,000 SAP, special access programs, and he learned along the way that we're reverse engineering crash flying saucers, and he's been telling that to Congress under oath behind closed doors. And I think they'll probably bring him back. So it's a pretty intriguing story. A lot like what we've been hearing about out in the Nevada desert for a long time.
Right. Of all the stories you've done over decades and decades, this one has really gone worldwide.
The backyard alien?
Yes.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy how much email we get, you know. We're not done with it. We'll see where it goes.
This is not the last of that story.
No.
All right, George, thanks for that. Now,
And I was like, holy fuck, because I was saying, what? Tell the people.
So this is at the height of, I think when David Grush was coming to light with whistleblowing. There was a Mexican, I think they were legal. Who knows? Anyway, it doesn't matter. In Las Vegas, a family.
Yep.
And there was a bright light outside, and there was a huge crush, which resonated from their backyard.
Yep.
So they went and investigated. Also, I think the younger man who could speak English.
Yeah, that was a guy that was filming, yes?
Yeah, so there was a guy filming and also a guy called Las Vegas PD, and got them around. And there was also other people in the area who heard and seen lights. He described, and I'll put it up here, I'll put the 911 call up.
Okay, what's going on over there?
Okay, lady. Me, my dad, and my brother, we're working on a truck in our backyard, and we have a big lot outside, right? Correct?
Okay.
We were working, and we just see in a corner of our eye something fall down from the sky, and it was with light. And when it hit down, it was like a big impact, and we felt it. We felt like an energy, and then we hear like a lot of footsteps near us, and then we have a big equipment, and we see, and there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we're terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Yeah, so he on that call he described 7 foot tall, some kind of creatures in his backyard, hovering around, etc.
So did he describe them as the greys?
Similar, yeah. So they had the camera out there. They said it's there, and they're talking on it. And there's going to be links here. There's going to be videos, and you can all witness it and tell us what you think.
Yeah.
So that happened. So that's when I sent you the video, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?" I couldn't see it at the start. I was looking.
Yeah, I didn't see it until you pointed it out to me.
So then you can see in the corner where he was describing fucking like the greys, big
eyes, small mouth.
Yeah, big eyes, small mouth, creatures bent over, just watching. And after that, they disappeared, and it's all recorded. That was buried.
Well, man,
as well.
It's very hard. It's very hard to find that video going. I remember it took off for a while, and then once you showed me, because man, you're always first on the ground with these videos, and you show me, and then I see them take off on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. But then it just goes, see you later.
That's it, and they get buried by fact checkers, false information, propaganda machines. We all know who runs the propaganda.
Yeah.
We all know it's a losing war, but there's people like me on the ground. I'm researching. I'm awake. At night. Where I should be my family, but I'm not. And I'm finding things on the ground. I'm using a bit of intellectual thought. And
man, you've got to take everything with a grain of salt too, man. You can't just absorb all the bullshit.
No,
you know what I mean? But you got to be smarter than that.
But you can put the fucking pieces together on the puzzle.
But man,
and see what it is.
Sometimes you put the sorry to cut you off there, but sometimes you're putting the pieces together and it's fucking 11 o'clock on a school night, and you're like, dear God, no, I can't sleep.
Yeah, and then you got to go to your fucking government-related modern slave job, and you can't think about Lake Placid anymore, or whatever.
Lake Placid, like the crocodile.
Yeah, they captured the huge crocodile there.
Is this another one of your orca things, like SeaWorld?
What?
Lake Placid. It's not a documentary.
Lake Placid.
Lake Placid.
Yeah, it happened.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Did it really?
Yes. Are you serious? Right now?
I'm legit. Did it really
Cut
happen?
the cameras. Yeah, it did.
Fuck off.
It's in the... What? All right. School you in Lake Placid. Anyway, as I was discussing...
Hold on. So
Sorry?
someone released a fucking African, like, Nile crocodile into this lake. And
It was
killed a bunch of
an
cunts.
ancient crocodile.
Yeah, like Nile crocodiles.
Like Megalodon. Have you seen how big those cunts got back in the day when there's more oxygen in the air?
That was huge. We'll get a photo of those guys in safari suits.
Yes.
Have you seen that photo?
Yeah.
We'll get a photo of it up here.
What about the pterodactyl they caught back in the day?
So they used to call them thunderbirds back in the day of like the Civil War and stuff like that. And there's multiple photos, but everyone's like, that's fucking AI. But man,
AI wasn't there when that photo was fucking taken.
But when you see,
Sorry,
when
I didn't
you
mean to swear to you.
So we're old enough to know the internet from back way.
We're pioneers of this shit. All right, I'm telling you.
Lake Placid was real.
100%. Yes, it was. There's books about it, man.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck you been?
Man, I didn't.
I thought you were about. We're trying to bring the people paranormal, truthful topics about things.
I did not know that.
Oh, well, maybe I read something wrong, but... Hey, if you want to win the Titanic, just keep watching.
And call 0403 245 692. 0403 245 692. Leave us a voicemail. We're doing another voicemail competition. We love the voicemail. We love hearing from you guys. And not only will you get a shirt, but you get a VHS copy of the Titanic.
Signed by us.
Yeah, we'll sign it.
I'll sign it.
Yeah, we'll sign it, man.
Be worth Bringing back on the voicemails and that, we did it in the past video. We had one of our members call, a long time subscriber. You were on the ground zero when it happened.
He's my friend. He's your friend. Peanut Capital King.
Love you.
He's yeah. We fucking love him dearly, hey. And I hope he sees this because he's gone underground at the moment. Like he's uncontactable. So PCK, if you're out there, man, we hope you're safe. We hope you're doing the right thing. And man, get back to us, man, because we miss you.
Yeah, and these are the type of travellers that we love talking to, and we've had plenty of. It's got a bit quiet, but we're getting interest. We're coming back. Man, we love these calls about this. Like,
yeah,
you know,
where our voicemails have gone fucking quiet because we're not offering a fucking free shirt. Man, when we're offering a free shirt, it boomed. We got what was old mate's name? Far North Queensland. We sent him a shirt.
Oh shit!
He had all the tats and shit.
Thank you, but
I forget his fucking name. But we'll put it in here. And then we had another woman call in about a Bigfoot encounter, and she got a fucking shirt too. We're giving out fucking shirts. We don't care. They cost us nothing. We're giving them out. So call us 0403 245 692. We need your voicemails. We love talking to you. This is what the whole fucking thing's about.
That's what we enjoy doing. That's why we're in the meat shed in the fucking middle of the fucking heat.
It is hot.
And we like bringing out, you know, paranormal stories, truth, conspiracies and that. It's our bread and butter. This is why I stay awake.
Speaking of, I forgot to tell you about this.
Yeah.
We had an interesting message on Instagram that I forgot to tell you about. It was a hemp farmer in guess where?
Nimbin.
Far North Queensland. Why is everyone that contacts us in Far North Queensland? Not that we've got anything against that. Against that.
We drink the mangoes.
But so this gentleman looks like a hemp farmer, as a hemp farmer would look, you know, the dreadlocks and stuff like that. And he sent me a message. He said, do you think Project Bluebeam? So Project Bluebeam, for anyone that doesn't know, is...
I don't want to discuss it because I don't believe in it, but you can bring it up.
You don't believe in it? All right. So Project Bluebeam is sort of a... I would say sort of a deep state thing where they're going to project like holograms in the fucking sky to stage an alien invasion, blah, blah, blah.
And take our freedoms.
And take our freedoms to make a one world government. And this gentleman, this hemp farmer, he said to me, he goes, when Project Bluebeam happens, He goes, do you reckon they're going to do the return of Christ or a stage alien invasion to form a one world government?
Oh,
that's interesting, hey?
Well,
because, man, if they did the return of Christ...
That's 1.6 billion people waiting for that.
Yeah, but that's it.
It's like more than people waiting for UFOs.
Man, so I woke up to that hungover as fuck at work and I was like, what a compelling fucking question. Well, so what do you reckon?
Well, when I've been researching about UAPs, UFOs, aliens, I never really came across that a lot of people believe they're demons. So that was like, what the fuck are they talking about demons? Oh, no, they're fucking demons. They're whatever. So, and then you got a lot of people who believe in the second coming of Christ.
Yeah.
And the redemption and rapture.
So in your, because man, it was just such a profound question.
Honestly, thank God for that man saying that because I didn't think about it, and especially with a lot of the propaganda against our good friends, the Greys and reptilians, they're demons. Ugh. Even though I believe the people in charge are demons, but a demon could be a loose term.
So I think.
So what are your thoughts when you
coming to Project Bluebeam? I personally think I actually never thought about it before because as you know, I've always said they're going to stage a alien invasion to form a one world government.
Dr. Stephen Greer.
Yes, to stage a one world government. But when he said that, I was like, the return of Christ. Dear God, like that would have everyone sweating. Hey. Mm. Everyone's sweating.
There was a video I seen, probably said you but it had this UAP that kind of looked like Christ coming up. Freaked me out, man.
Yeah.
I'll find it, but Jesus.
Yeah.
It gave me, it scared me.
And man, when you come down to demons, and I say this to my housemate all the time because we quite often talk about how satanic, or we have done a full podcast on
Hollywood Elite.
Hollywood. So here's my question, man, and I've always said it to you usually when we're under the effects of psilocybin and stuff like that. But so is the devil real, or is it like occult beliefs of the elite? They do say, man, the devil's greatest trick was making you believe he didn't exist.
That's true, and
but what do you reckon?
They also say
what do you reckon?
The devil only comes near you when you're doing something right.
There's a saying: when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now. You know, the devil goes, "Oh no, leave him alone. Hey, he's my favorite." Don't you bother him.
Yeah.
Conversely, when the devil comes at you, maybe it's because you're trying to do something right.
Boo-wee.
You know what I mean? So he didn't come at me, so it must be doing everything terrible.
But what do you reckon? Like, does he exist, or is it just occultist beliefs of the fucking elite, and then they perpetrate like that down onto us fucking civilians?
Well, what I don't get is
tell me.
What I don't get with religion is that, or civilizations that we know about and the history that we're taught, is that there's always been some kind of shadowy force. So is it just humans' nature to believe in something like that, or to have that so we can progress our society? Is that something that was implemented this?
Well, man, I personally think back in the day, man, like this is my personal opinion. If you're into religion, more power to you, but this is my personal opinion. Like back in the day when you were toiling in the fucking fields, and they say you work hard in this life, you'll be rewarded in heaven later on. Like, I've always thought that was kind of your, like incentive to just keep fucking going, that maybe could have been made up by the elites back then. But what about all the possessions and shit like that? Can that be drawn down to mental illness, or?
Well, it could be, and I don't know, like. You truly don't know until you're dead.
No.
And you truly, like they say, there's no atheists in foxholes.
No. But this is fucking true.
But anyway, it is an interesting thought. It could be a control tactic. We're seeing the church, but it goes back millennia, man, to similar things. There was always the Egyptians, or the Egyptians that we know.
They all believed in the afterlife.
The Book of Dead was the main thing.
That's it. But then, again, was that just a tool to make people continue to work, continue to build the pyramid, people build the pyramids, continue to toil in the fields, so you'd be rewarded?
What makes us going right now? Yeah, money. Controlled by the devil.
Again, I don't know if I believe that the devil
If you're on your
exists.
deathbed and you're by yourself, what do you believe in then?
Yeah, but that's because you've been indoctrinated to believe in God. If you didn't
Oh,
know,
you can
all right, how about
indoctrinate
this?
anything,
How about this?
man.
How about this? If no one ever told you for your entire fucking life about God or anything like that, what would you think on your deathbed? Because you don't believe in a higher power. Would you?
Yeah, but because we've got the thought of consciousness and our brain power,
Yeah.
would believe in something.
Yeah, but would you instinctively have a feel that like, oh, there's a higher power? You reckon?
We don't know.
It's pretty bizarre though, hey?
If we go to Sentinel Island, they might tell us.
It's pretty bizarre. It's pretty bizarre.
North Sentinel Island, they might know.
So, man,
But I don't know, man, because I come across this man. There's a random video that he said that when we're passing, how you get the normal thing, like the lights, your family telling you to come with us.
yeah. Well, that's it. But in saying that, sorry to cut you off. Continue.
I'm going to fucking knock those glasses off your head.
Oh no. Continue.
Did
Sorry to
you
cut you
see
off.
Mike Tyson?
What, on DMT? Sorry, keep going.
Get that shit out of my face.
Yeah.
So the guy was saying, obviously, near-death experiences, similar things, light of the tunnel, past family members calling you to the gates. He said there's also another way to go. It is to face the light behind you, and you look forward into the universe, and you go that way into these other 1/8 multiverse dimensions, and you float that to go to your soul group. I didn't know this cunt was being serious.
Man, that's pretty dope.
Talking about the weirdest shit ever. He's like,
who is this cunt?
Oh, I found it when I was awake at 4 a.m. in the morning for some reason. I was
It
up.
happens.
All right.
When
I ate eggs too, but it just made me think like, so maybe I don't know. We're all devils, whatever.
Yeah.
Why aren't these people going to hell? Why is everyone seeing lights? Does everyone see it? I don't know. But there's an option, potentially, this is what I was saying, is to fuck those cunts off that you fucking with and go that way.
Well, man, there's an old...
What do you do?
There's an old Korean proverb, right? So this Korean guy...
North Korea?
Hey? North Korea, yeah. So there's an old Korean proverb that hell, you and I will rock up to fucking the pearly gates and he'll say, Lixie, Peacock, you're going to hell. So
beautiful.
In hell, everyone's fucking starving, man. There's food everywhere, but everyone's fucking starving. And you've got chopsticks that are 6 feet fucking long, right? And so chopsticks 6 feet long, you can't put it in your fucking mouth. So everyone's fucking starving. You go to heaven, right? It's exactly the same, except everyone's got 6 feet long chopsticks, but they're feeding each other.
Yeah, right. So everyone's getting fed.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a big communal fucking thing.
They did say in the Testament and the Holy Word that there was not much discussion about fire. There was light, like a fire, but there was also darkness. So can you have fire without darkness? Or with darkness?
Yeah, you can have fire with darkness. But
you're still going to have light there. Wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
true. But as you know, I have done DMT before, and I did see...
Dear God. Joe Rogan here. I did DMT in 1988. Once. Anyway, sorry. DMT.
I did see the blinding light and stuff like that. It felt like my mother was hugging me. But isn't that just a chemical reaction inside your brain?
Yeah, but why do we have a conscience? Why do we have a brain? Why does it do this?
Agreed.
So there's obviously something more powerful at play.
You think...
I believe in multiverses. I believe in that stuff. I believe our conscience is on a wavelength that we don't know about and we can't see. That transmit across time. Time doesn't matter. Time doesn't exist.
No, it's a man-made construct.
It doesn't exist.
Man, you know how when people go into the Amazon and they ask these like tribe leaders, how old are you? They're like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Temperature only exists as well because we fucking feel it.
Temperature kind of exists.
But we only feel it because it's fucking particles.
Yeah, I suppose. But animals and shit feel it too.
It doesn't exist.
Temperature doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
What do you mean? It's hot as fuck in here.
So what if it's hot? It doesn't matter about anything else if it's hot or not.
I agree that time doesn't exist because that's a man-made construct. But I do believe temperature exists.
How do we rebuttal this? Anyway.
Call 0403 245 692 and you get to speak to these two weird cunts.
Talk about temperature exists.
Yeah.
Aren't you cunts talking about like weird gnomes and shit?
Oh, have we delved into the most famous gnome sighting ever? I believe we have.
Yeah, heaps of times.
Have we?
Wait,
Man,
what are you talking about?
Man, the gnome sighting in Brazil.
Yeah,
Have we delved into that?
Yes, we have.
Ah, fuck, we'll cut this out.
Jesus Christ. No, we'll keep it in. All right. So, I've gone to America, which will be a video up about America. They're into Zin, which is tobacco pouches, and which the Swedish love.
They do love it.
So I'm going to open one up. Yeah. Can't even see where the fucking...
Yeah, I don't think it's screwed on. It like pops off, I think.
All right, so fucking Carson likes them. If you hate him, don't eat it. So you get one of these pouches, which is 6 milligrams of nicotine. And you put it up here. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's delicious.
Is it bad?
It burns. So, have one, tell me.
Nah, give me your one. I want your one.
What do you mean? Put it up your lip,
Nah,
cup.
give me your one.
You don't share it.
No, why?
Put it in your lip, cup.
Nah, I don't want it, man.
You want mine that I just used?
Man, my body is a temple.
You're doing this fucking thing right now.
We're getting off topic again. We
Joe Biden's a clone. Wait, just please put
Joe
one
Biden is a clone.
Just please put this up your lip.
Ask me
top
nicely.
lip.
Ask me
Thank you,
nicely.
please. So just shove it up the top lip and then hold it up there. Where's those sirens coming from? All right. Now tell the audience and the people listening what you're feeling.
It's pretty fucking horrific, hey?
Just leave it up there for a while. It burns a little bit. But so for the Spotify audience, we've put tobacco pouches called Zing.
That's fucking disgraceful, hey?
What are you doing?
That
What
is
a
fucking
pussy, man.
disgraceful.
If our American audience seen that. Anyway, Zen.
Fuck America, man.
Oh my God. My pouches. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. Yeah, Zen, if you're watching, sponsor us. Thank you.
At least we can spit on the floor here, I suppose.
Give us that spray can.
No, you're not spray. No, we got to paint that white.
All right. Yeah, so.
That's horrific.
How good is it?
That's horrific. So have you got anything paranormal to touch on?
I was going to bring up, I didn't research it much. I'll just touch base on it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here you go, champion.
Yeah.
Can't even fucking handle a bag of tobacco.
That's disgusting.
Anyway, Princess, I was fascinated as a child of human spontaneous combustion.
Ooh, I love spontaneous combustion.
I didn't research much into it, but I was reading a book in the library of my primary school once. This fucked up book. I don't know what it was about, but the image will not go to my head. So,
is that the burnt corpse?
No, just the leg.
The leg, yes, I have. Oh, that was in my primary school library too.
This is what I'm getting at. This is what freaks me out a bit.
Yeah.
This picture has stained my memory of this.
Yeah.
Like from the 30s, not whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's just little leg.
I think it was the 1950s. Yeah.
The image. Yeah, about this freaked me out about the whole thing, and I always have memories of it. I always have strange things happening, and I always see it every now and then. And to you to say that is freaking me out a bit more, because whenever I type in human, this thing always comes up, or this thing is always there. This image.
So my knowledge of human spontaneous combustion. So there's this dude, right? I'm glad you brought this up. There's this dude in the US that has spontaneously combusted 3 times and survived every single one. Usually he's been near water or on a boat or anything like that. So spontaneous combustion, they reckon. So it's not a perfect...
Is it like methane and...
Yeah, so
gassy?
it's not a perfect fucking science, but they say it's high levels of acetone in the human body. And that's what can make you just go... But man, the thing about fucking spontaneous combustion, man, you don't burst into flames. You start burning from the fucking inside, man.
So from that famous image, which I didn't think was famous at all, it was a random book that is weird why it was in primary schools, whatever. And you remember that exact fucking image.
It was one of those like wonders of the world. If you have seen that image in your primary school fucking books or something like that, comment fucking below, hey.
Because
comment below.
There's something weird going on about that. I don't know what. And I did research a lot about it years ago, and I forget why it is, and hopefully on the next episode I'll bring up more. But that's something that freaked me out fucking forever. I always thought I was going to blow up.
That's pretty fucking bizarre that I remember the same fucking image.
Yes, and I never discussed these before on the phone or anything.
No.
That is freaking me out a little bit.
If you've fucking seen it before, comment below, hey.
Because I think a lot of people have. And I'm going to use the red bucket. So we're back for once more to close out. Closing remarks after this. That's right.
Done deal.
Stay sweaty. I mean, shut up.
And we're back. So while we're both pissing into the bucket, Spike thought spiked in my fucking head. So anyone in the Newcastle, Port Stephens area that has seen the Lemon Tree Passage Ghost, we've been through it before. We're doing a little documentary on it, probably about 10 to 15 minutes. But anyone that has eyewitnesses account that has seen this fucking ghost, get to us on 0403 245 692. We need the more eyewitness accounts we get, the better.
Yeah. So. Can you just tell the people who are not sure about it a bit more information, just lightly, before we close out?
So it's, they say it's a ghost of a motorcycle rider that crashed off the fucking road. So if you go up Lemon Tree Passage 110 kilometres an hour, which it wouldn't be that hard to do, this blinding light comes up behind you and then veers off into the fucking bush and you can't see a motorcycle rider. So it's pretty much the closest thing we have to an urban legend around here. So we're trying to do a documentary on it. So if you have it, contact us, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, we're here.
Snapchat.
YouTube.
That's it.
Leave a comment. We're looking to get into a bit of documentary filming. I think this would be a great start for us.
Yeah, well, that's it.
And it's a local legend or myth. But, we want to get on the ground there and bring it to the travellers out there and the people overseas. So
Straight up.
so this is the Meat Shed full episode, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
In our new room, if you like it.
We should probably paint that wall.
Yeah,
let's
just light it on fire, man.
Yeah. But anyway, mate, you got anything else?
I think I'm done. I think we'll go relax.
I'm Peacock.
I'm Licks.
Stay sweaty.
Stay sweaty.